Hi, uh, hi everyone. So I have a small requirement of displaying like unique items of or unique submissions that were submitted like on each day. So this is something like, let's say like I have a competition which is running, and I have some data. So these are like my hackers, and these are the submissions they made into this particular on each day. So let's say like I have this date 01. I have like a competition which is running from 1 to 6 days, continuous 6 days. So now in this case, like I would like to find out who are all the people like who submitted on each day. For example, like on this first day, so these are the people like hacker ID 2070353473797223639. So these are the unique submissions on day one who submitted to the competition. On the second day, like only two people from day one, like they submitted like 20703 and 79722. These people like 53473 and 36396. So they didn't make any submissions on second day. On the third day, like if we see, we have like two submissions like 2073 and 79722. Whereas like there is one new submission when compared to the previous day 02. So it is 36396. So if you see like the the sequence like 36396, he submitted on day one and he didn't actually submit on day two, and finally like he submitted it on day three. Okay. So the problem statement is something like this. So I would like to find all the submissions like on the day one, like I have four unique submissions, and day two, like only two people from day one, like they made submissions. Like on day three, again, like two people, 20703 and 79722. These two people, they made submissions on day one as well as like day two. So on the fourth day, we see like 20703 and 79722. So these are the two hackers like who submitted continuously on day one, day two, and day three, and also day four. So finally on day five, if we see like it is 20703 L1. So these are the other items like they're all like inconsistent items. So they are actually submitting on one day and they are not submitting on the other day. So again, like in this case, it is 20703. So the output I would like to see is the actual number of unique submissions, like hackers who are actually submitting on each and every day up to the particular day. So let's say like for 01, I want to print all these four items. For 02, I wanted to print like only these two people, like because they are the only ones like who submitted on day one and day two. So on day three, like I wanted print only 20703 and 79722. So because like these are the two people who submitted on day one, day two, and also day three. So finally, like 2073 here, 79722. They submitted it on all the 4 days. Here, like only 20703. That is because like only he submitted it on all the 4 days, 5 days. So here only 20703 because like he submitted it on all the 6 days. Okay. So now let's see like how we can fix it. So for solving this problem, like I would like to make use of recursive functions. So yeah, I would like to make use of recursive functions. So here is an example which I have. So the basic, if we see like recursive functions, so if we see recursive functions, so here is the syntax for recursive functions. So usually like you have something called as like anchor member, like, and then a union all. So then you can actually self join. So you can actually self join this particular recursive common table expression. Okay, so we can self-join this common table expression with the table. Okay, so this is here you can see like it is actually recursively doing like inner join. So how does this recursive function, recursive common table expression actually work? Okay, so let's see like what it does. So basically like I have a submission date. Okay, so I have like anchor function defined. Like what is this anchor function actually? So the base data which we would like to have. So this is where like we have anchor function. So if we take in this example, so the base data which I wanted to store is like, so this is the base data. So on day one, like what are all the submissions? I wanted to display all of them as I want to take all of them. Okay, so on day 2, I just wanted to like do a comparison, but with day 1, like it's all the data should be inserted into the table. Okay, so here this is the case. Like I'm just having like few field names, C underscore submission date, and then submission date and hacker ID. So I'm just selecting like submission date and then submission date again, like in hacker ID from submissions, where submission date equal to minimum of submission dates. So minimum of submission date is nothing but like 0, 1. So what what the syntax internally does is like, so it actually like, so it will execute this query like anchor function, anchor member query. And then when it executes this anchor member query, like I have 4 records, right? So let's assume that, so these 4 records, like they get stored in T0. Okay. So this is like a temporary storage place, just assume like a temporary storage. So let's assume that, so the anchor function got executed and anchor member got executed, and then it actually stored the data in T0. So my T0 will have like 20160301. These are the dates, and hacker ID is 207035347. These dates. So I got these dates from this particular first date. Okay, so these are the records. After that, like what it does is like, so I have now I have my records in T0, right? So in the second iteration, what the syntax does is like, so it will take this T0 as an input, and then we can do an inner join. So I'm taking this T0 as an, so let's consider like T0 as the data that is present in this CPU. Okay, so let's assume that, so it does like, it is actually doing something like submissions inner join like T0 on what item, like I would like to do inner join. So I wanted to do inner join on hacker ID. So this is my T0's results. So I wanted to do an inner join between these 2 items. Okay, so when I do an inner join between this data and then this data, so what records I'll be getting? So I'll be getting like 20703 and then 79722. So the remaining 2 items, so they are not present. So the inner join will not give those results as an output. Okay, so 20703 and then 79722. So this record will get, and then these 2 records will be getting. Okay, so once we get these results, so let's assume that these records, this data will be stored somewhere in T1. Okay, so in the second iteration, it is making use of a T0 result, which we got from anchor member, which is nothing but like this particular first query. And then once we get this data, like in the second iteration, we are actually joining that with the entire table we are actually joining. So when we are actually joining with the entire table, so I don't want to join with these items initially. Okay, so I wanted to compare only this value and then the previous value. So this date and the next date kind of thing. This date and the previous date. Okay. So in the iteration 2, what I'm doing, so I'm joining like T0 and then T0 with my submissions table. So when doing when I'm doing like inner join, when I'm taking these records from the submissions table, so I don't want to take all the records. So I wanted to take only these records which has like a second date, because like I want to compare only this data and the previous data. Okay. So that is the reason why like I'm doing like T0 inner join submissions, where submission date, like submission date is equal to T0 submission date plus 1. T0 submission date is 0, 1, right? So T0 submission date plus 1 is nothing but like 2. So my inner join is something like this. So it is actually doing inner join on select yes dot start from T0 inner join submission yes on T0 dot T0 dot hacker ID equal to T0 dot hacker ID equal to S dot hacker ID, And then, so as I don't want to compare all these values, so T0 has this data, right? So when I do an inner join between all these records, so I'll be getting like multiple unwanted records. So I wanted to compare only this data with this data, so that like I'll get to know who are all the people who participated in 01 and 02 dates, right? So that's the reason why like I want to take only 02 from submission state. So where yes dot submission date is equivalent to T0 dot C plus 1. Okay. So it is something like date at 1 comma, I mean day comma 1 comma submission date. Okay. So when we do an inner join between this table and then my submissions table, this data set, so what records are common? So 20703 and 79722, 79722. These are the records that are common, right? So my output will be something like, as I'm doing like, so you can see like I'm just adding like c dot submission date is 01 in this case, in the second iteration. So I'm adding 1. And then submission date is 2, because like I'm taking this data 2 and then hacker ID. And finally, this data that it gets stored, let's assume that, so this is actually stored in T1. Okay. So in T0, we have this data. In T1, like we have this data. Okay. So now in the third iteration, when we are actually doing the inner join, so it takes like T1 as an input, and then I'm doing like an inner join with the submissions table. So on the same logic, like, so I'm actually adding +1 date and to the current T1's input date, T1 submission date. So T1 submission date is 02. So I'm adding +1, right? So I'm adding like +1 to submission date. Okay. So it will be like 03. So submissions table like 03 is nothing but like this record. So we are joining like this data with this data, output of T1. So output of iteration 2, which is nothing but like just assume that it is stored in T1. So we are joining this T1 data with submissions table where date equal to 03, right? So the output will be something like this 0303, and then we'll get like few hacker IDs. So this is the output which we got. So the output of this particular iteration, like second iteration, it is actually, let's assume that, so this is actually stored in T2. Okay. So in the third iteration, what we do is like, so it will actually take this T2 as an input, and then it will try to join with submissions table, and then on the following logic. T2 inner join, T2, this is T2 inner join submissions table with submission date equal to T2 submission date plus 1. So here T2 submission date is nothing but like this date, right? So plus 1 is nothing but like 4. So submissions table 04 records, these are the records. And my T2 data is this data. So I'm joining this T2 data along with this 04 data. So this will be my output, right? So 20703 79722. So these are my records. So the output, let's assume that, so this output is actually stored in T3. So this process, it follows the same process for T4. So T4, we are doing inner join with T3, and then with T3 dot date plus 1 is nothing but 05. So we are doing join between T3 inner join submissions, where submission date equal to T3 submission date plus 1. T3 submission date plus 1 is nothing but like 05. So this is my data. So I'm joining between this data and I'm joining data between this data and then this data. So if you see like the common item, so 2073 is 703. This is the only item which is common between this data and this data, right? So as a result, like we got one record. So this, let's assume that this is actually stored in T4, and then the same process for next subsequent dates, okay, next iteration. So next iteration, again, like we are joining T4 with submissions table where submission date equal to T4 submission date, which is nothing but like 05 plus 1, so which is 06. So 06 data is nothing but like this data. So we are joining output of like iteration 4, like previous iteration, which assume that it is stored in T4 with the following submissions table on following criteria. So as a result, so we have like 20703 and then we have 20703. So finally, the output will be like 20703. So it will again do one more iteration. So iteration 6. So iteration 6, we are actually having like this, taking this T5 data as an input, and then we are trying to increase the submission date by 1 day, which is nothing but like 07. So if you see, like we don't have any records with 07 submission date 07, right? So obviously, like this inner join will not yield any results. So once this particular iteration doesn't find any data, so then it actually stops inserting. I mean, then it will stop the iteration. Okay. So as we got like 0 results for this particular record, so the iteration gets stopped. And finally, what it does is like, so it will actually union all these subsets of data. Like it will union like T0, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6. So the union of all these results is nothing but like this is the result. So you can just compare. Like, so we have like 4 records in with 0, 1. So 4 records with 0, 1. And then we have like 3 records with 0, 2. 3 records with 0, 2. And then we have like 3 records with 0, 3. Like 3 records with 0, 3. Finally, like 4 records with 0, 4. These are the 4 records. And 5 records, 1 record with 0, 5 and 0, 6. So this is the union of all these subsets. Okay. So this is how like, so now what I'll be doing is like, so I'll try to do a distinct of all these items. So here, like I'm just printing all the data from the CTE, but instead of printing all the data, like I'll just do a distinct. So when I do like distinct, so I can also ignore like, I must have been okay, so on day 1, like we have these 4 submissions. On day 2, like we have these 2 submissions. On day 3, like we have these 2 common submissions, which these people like they submitted in all the previous days. Like day 4, if you take like these people, they submitted it on all the 4 days. So day 5, he is the only guy like who submitted on all the 4 days. So similarly, it is the case with day 6. Okay. So yeah, hope you got what I meant. Yeah, so this is how like I'm able to solve, I'm able to get this particular output where I'll be printing like all the unique submissions, like who participated in all the previous days. Okay, thank you.